This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. David Price, it's always a joy to interview someone taller than me.
Yeah.
You're looking very well, mate. How are you?
Thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, good.
Can I ask, Tyson Fury's been in the arena?
Yeah.
I did hear you mention it in the previous interview.
Yeah.
Do the hairs stand up on end? Do you get a little bit of heckles up?
No. Past all that, like. But yeah, it's to be honest, it's great to see what he's become, because he's like the modern day Muhammad Ali, Tyson Fury. And our rivalry and whatever, that was such a long time ago. We've run on our different paths, whatever. Yeah, it's great to see. You know, he's an idol to a lot of people, and I've got a massive admiration for what he's done. I
did hear you tell the previous interview you're the only man in the whole arena that's beaten him, though.
I did see him. I was going to say to him, there's only one man in this arena who's beat you in a boxing match, and that's fucking me.
Good man. David, we're here for the Nathan Gorman fight. Josh Kelly, you've been doing your work on Channel 5. Just talk us through the card. How did you find the fight?
I thought it was a good card. Yeah. I thought it was it was a nice little show. What was good about it, especially when the TV came on, was that the turnaround on the fights was pretty quick. You know, they didn't have to sit through any long 10-round fights that might have switched armchair viewers off. Now we're all right sitting here watching as boxing purists, we can do that, but I think it was important for this, you know, the Wasserman thing with Channel 5 got going on, that they kept the viewers on board. So the first couple of fights were explosive. They were attractive fights to watch for them. The last fight, little Chloe there, she was fight of the night. And they had the Geordie Shore lad, Aaron Charles on, which probably brought a different audience in again. So yeah, it was good. I think it was a success. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You were on BT last week for the Dubois fight. Last time we spoke, you said you were going to go down that avenue. You're hoping to get involved with media. How are you finding it on a personal level?
They just come from nowhere. The two in the last 2 weeks came from nowhere, which was good really, because I don't watch. I'll be honest. I don't go to boxing shows, and even when I was boxing, I didn't really go to boxing shows because I wouldn't say I'm an introvert or reclusive, but I like just to be left alone. So when I've gone to boxing shows in the past, I walk in, I can't be missed. So I've come here tonight and I feel like I haven't been at a boxing show for God knows how long. So I felt a bit out of my depth at first, and even last week on BT Sport, I haven't really been following boxing with the same passion as I once did. But you don't have to start talking about it, and you remind yourself that after 20 odd years of experience, I kind of know what I'm talking about. So,
if tonight's anything to judge by, David, you're still the go-to guy when it comes to talking about the heavyweight landscape as well.
Yeah.
Can I ask you on that?
Yeah.
Just reflect on the Dubois performance. It seemed a strange setup over there, but good win.
Weird, wasn't it? It was bizarre, but good win, because he was the type of fighter who could make you look awful. Trevor, Bryan, he went there to try and take the fight to Dubois. He was going to try and make him get into the later rounds and try and test him then, but the reality was he was in with a brute of a man in Daniel Dubois, who's such a young, ferocious talent. Even though he's lost to Joe Joyce, I wouldn't even include that as a defeat for him, because he took that fight too soon, and it was a massive learning fight, and it probably blessed in disguise. So I thought it was a good performance, fantastic finish. He brings showreel knockouts, and that's what heavyweight boxing is all about. He looks the part, everything else. So yeah, it was good, and I think he can use that title to build on what he's got. The fighters above, your Furys, your AJ Usyks and all that, leave them. Let them get older, let them fight each other and get a bit more mileage on the clock. Use that belt and get people in and defend it, and make it have a bit of run of the defences of it, like I was saying before, like a Povetkin did or Shagayev. And then when the time's right, step up and fight for the WBA Super title. So I think it's a perfect scenario that he's found himself in, perfect fight, and now he's in a perfect position with that belt. You can start cherry picking, but they've got to be good fights that are going to develop him as a fighter. And that's for his management to decide.
And you talk about the upper echelons of the heavyweight division, and we touched on Tyson earlier. Do you think he's retired?
Probably not. No, probably not. I think boxing's too good for him. For him to retire, it's too good for his mental health, it's too good for his well-being, his routine, his day-to-day. Unless he's got something else that he can focus his energy into, because he will need something to get up out of bed for every day.
Yeah.
We can have all the money in the world, but you need something to focus on and to aim for, and you need that in life. So whether it's working for him, it could be working with charities, what I don't know, but until that day comes, I think he needs to fight, and boxing needs him. 100% boxing needs him. So I hope he carries on.
And obviously, if he does come back, it's almost certainly going to be the Joshua Usyk 2 winner.
Yeah.
Joshua's changed trainers. It's August 20th in Jeddah, almost certainly. How do you see that going, David? Do you see any change in the outcome?
I don't think there'll be a change in the outcome. I think Joshua will make it a much more tougher fight for Usyk, though, but in the process will leave himself more exposed to Usyk's punches, because I think Usyk can hurt Joshua. I think he can. I think it was one of the first punches of the fight that stunned Joshua, that made him give him the respect that he gave him all through the fight, and trying to outbox the master boxer. So in going into the more aggressive mode, you do leave yourself more open to counters. This Usyk is a master counter puncher. Southpaw, stepping off to the side, counter right hand. It could be a recipe for disaster. But if it does happen, at least he's gone out on his shield, and not ruling out an AJ knockout, because I tipped him to win the first fight. I just thought as soon as he'd land, he'd wobble Usyk and he'd jump all over. But Usyk's some type of, he is something special. He is something special, and you see this type of fighter come up every once in every 50 years or something. It's kind of like what Fury's doing as well. So we've got two at the same time, but Usyk's a cruiserweight really. But the fact he's moved up and doing it, it's phenomenal. And I think it'll be the same outcome, but I think it'll be more, not so much an exciting fight, because it's always absorbing when heavyweights at that level of fighting. You can't take your eyes off it, but there might be a bit more drama, I'd say. It might be a bit more drama than being knocked down here or there.
Brilliant. Last one, David, because I know we pushed for time and you want to get away. I can't, you know who I support and I know who you support. Can you talk us through that last week of the season? And I asked that in a very polite way, if you noticed.
You know what, I mean, look, it hurt, man, but, dead proud of Liverpool, and we had a fantastic season, honestly, unbelievable, but obviously the Sunday against Wolves, and then the old scenario what happened, that was painful, and then losing the final next week again. But I think it hurt me more because we had Villa winning, and it looked like it was going to happen, and then it got took away from us. That personally hurt me more than what happened in Paris. I mean, I was gutted after in Paris, but fuck me, it killed me. They hit the league one, but look, it's like anything. If after a few days I start thinking about something else, and you think about it a bit. I haven't thought about it till you mentioned it actually. So sorry, thanks for that. But no,
we're just glad to be in the Premier League, David, next season.
Yeah. It's you were in shit street, and that didn't help. That didn't help the last week there, because it kind of like turned into Everton's season that fucking week, even though he's had the worst season ever. He's had something to smile about, but you know what? Ignorance is bliss. So my dad or whoever else, like the fucking Evertonians made up of it, like, don't want to know, don't tell me, don't want to know any of it. I'm just trying to like forget about it till August, because it's been an intense, emotional season. But look, that's what footy's supposed to do. That's why we love it. It's fucking brilliant. It is. It's just, it's magical footy when it's like that. And you probably, would you rather finish mid-table or have the relief you felt and the joy and the ecstasy of that last? At least there was something to cheer about.
Yeah, that Thursday night against Crystal Palace is one of the best games I've ever been in my life, David.
You haven't had that for years. Yeah. But even though we've had the shitty ends of the table, it's still meant something. And we've had that for years, though, at the top end. Win trophies, we've had it, we have all that.
You're very good at this.
A little taste of what we've had there.
All about the first derby next season, and then we'll resume rivalries then, David. Yeah. I'll send you a text when we beat you.
Yeah, no, not for a while,
David Price, it's always great to catch up and it's lovely to see you looking so fit and well, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
All right, take care.
Thank you, mate.